What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So I'm going to review a 2006 mixtape by Young Jeezy. Basically, this product is called Snowman, and it came out in the late spring of 2006. So the fair about this product here is this is kind of an austere and kind of esoteric type product within aspects as far as these pitch can happen. Now, within the banner type title of this, considering that one of Jeezy's surnames was Snowman as far as this pitch can happen, between fairs like Can't Ban the Snowman, some type pitches, other type fairs, The Legend of the Snowman, some of these particular type albums within the fair behind it. Jeezy had that particular nickname for a good while, especially in the mid-2000s, pitches like that. I was vastly surprised. I came across this product not too long ago, probably just within like the summer 2025 pitches like that as far as those ordeals can happen. Now, as I review this, it's like the penultimate day of October 2025 pitches like that. This review is going to surface November 1st, but it's kind of the ordeal as far as saying within these products. I just was surprised I did not know about this product back in the 2000s pitches like that. It's kind of the ordeal. Nowadays, it's a lot tougher to find within those ordeals as far as like a mixtape download. I wasn't able to download it, but Jeezy does have this mixtape in a lesson type format on his official YouTube channel, pitches like that. So I'm kind of assuming that it's available for retail, pitches like that. It's at least on Spotify. I want to say Jeezy did put a lot of these mixtapes up on Spotify for retail release as far as what's going to happen. It might be available for purchase on iTunes, not really as full-bound sure, but the thing about it is the iTunes edition or the retail edition that's on Spotify slashes 3 songs, which would be the songs basically Warriors by Lil Flip, Grey Goose with Yo Gotti and All Star, which is also on Trap or Die the mixtape, so you can get that one elsewhere, so that's not as much of a big deal. And then the song Bang Bang with Judge Dredd, which is just a freestyle, the Young Bucks Bang Bang song off of Straight Outta Cashville. So it's just kind of the pitch as far as saying that particular product. Other than that, every single song that's on here is within the pitch. Now, that would be very, like, to say on top of that, this is a pretty supposed on paper excellent type mixtape. It's not like it's not an excellent mixtape, but it's just kind of fair. There is like a minor kind of caveat about it, but out of the 15 songs that are songs in here, I wound up recommending 14. So there's really only one full bound song I don't recommend in any fashion. That would be very artful within the pitch behind it if these were all original songs, pitches like that. But out of the 15 songs on here, at least 8 of these are to be found in other products, whether it's Trap or Die or Can't Ban the Snowman, this previous kind of Jeezy mixtape. So you're not really the only true Jeezy exclusive. And just on top of that, not only is there not that many exclusives to this product, but on top of that, this kind of has some other folks in here. It's kind of a compilation type product, which is strange because Jeezy has never really done this before within these pitches. It's kind of interesting that he chose to kind of have like it kind of be like an all-star kind of compilation pitch like that. You'll get some Lil Wayne songs on here, which is pretty excellent. There's some other type folks like that Judge Dredd dude, like I was talking about, pitches like that. Some of these type folks. A Lil Flip song on like the mixtape variation of this product, but it's just kind of the fair as far as saying there's really only one new Jeezy song, which is just Pussy Ass Niggas within those fairs, and then just on top of that, over half the product is particularly to be found elsewhere. So it's just kind of pitch as far as saying it makes you question, well, is this product worth purchasing? If you're going to fuck around and get this, like originally I thought I was going to have to, in certain sense, I almost thought I was going to have to purchase this product to be able to review it, pitches like that, but it was available. I'm glad that it's on streaming services, pitches like that, but I don't know how to go about obtaining this particular product apart from, like I was saying, it is on Jeezy's YouTube, pitches like that was kind of the ordeal. I don't know if it's available for purchase on iTunes and stuff. It might be. I was kind of assuming that it was, but I didn't check as full bound. It was kind of the pitch. So this is kind of the product as far as saying it's an excellent type product within a asterisk type sense, just because the pitch behind it, like out of the 15 songs, there's 18 songs on the mixtape, minus like the interviews and skits, narrows it down to 15. And there's 15 songs on the retail edition of it, which minus those 3 interludes and skits, which are still on the retail edition, narrows it down to 12. So it's kind of the pitch as far as saying, so recommend 11 out of 12 on the retail edition, and then 14 out of 15 on the mixtape edition. That was from 2006. So it's kind of the ordeal. But the problem with it is just, like I was saying, it's just the fact that 8 songs are to be found elsewhere within those pitches. So it's just kind of the format. It's just kind of the format as far as saying that it has, like, I would probably say, yeah, there's at least 6 songs out of the 15 on here that are like of some relative new type variety, despite the fact that only one of those truly has Jeezy on there, but still pretty decent enough bounty to kind of get. I mean, this is going to get a mostly kind of high score within these pitches, but it's just kind of the format as far as saying it just kind of comes more or less with the disclaimer, because it's just not a full bound kind of Jeezy, which is strange because this is an official type product. But just to say, The only true song I don't recommend off this mixtape, just to get that one out of the way, is just the song No Surrender with Judge Dredd. So this particular one was just kind of a poor type, chipmunk soul type song within the pitch. Just really the composition of that beat arrangement was just not that affable within the pitch behind it. It was trying to nail like the Cameron, Joel Santana type vibes pitches like that, but this same sort of DJ drama, Don Cannon type fare like some of those type pitches, but just the rendition of how it particularly tried to convey it was just kind of very scattershot and just didn't have a lot of cohesion. It was just not very melodic to like the positioning of it. The beat loop and the sample is just not that attractive as far as this pitch goes. But that's basically the only one. So just to say out of the thing about it is just with the retail edition versus like the mixtape edition. The retail edition is decent enough because, but I will say that Bang Bang with Judge Dredd is a nice one. That's an extra type song to kind of pick up within those fares. But other than that, the only real song that you get slashed up from the retail edition is just Warriors with Lil Flip, which is a nice song. I do recommend that one. It was an original song on here, so it's kind of the pitch that. The fair about it is with the retail edition, you're basically only getting 5 new songs out of 12. So it's 5 songs out of 12 that are really of candid type stuff that you're not going to find elsewhere. The score I'm going to give the retail edition, which is the edition of this product that's possibly available for purchase nowadays within those ordeals if it's no longer available for mixtape download. I'm going to give the mixtape or the retail edition like an 8.75 out of 10, but the mixtape version, if you can find that from particularly 2006, some of those type of ordeals within the pitch, there might be like some hip hop websites that have like the factory kind of old school type edition of it pitched like that. Like one of those websites that I found that I was originally going to review this product on was kind of pitched that for the 2006 edition of this mixtape. I would give a 9 out of 10 just because the pitch, the extra 2 type songs on here, Warriors and Bang Bang, help bolster this product a little bit further. Bang Bang is the 8th song, where really you get slashed out of the 8 songs that are on. The 8 songs that are to be found in other products, 2 of those songs in the retail edition get slashed. That would be Grey Goose, which is also in Trap or Die, like I was saying, which is not as big a deal, and then Bang Bang, which was a Young Buck song that got slashed as well. Maybe they didn't have the clearance rights to it or something like that, but it's just kind of pitch. So really, that would mean on the retail edition there'd be 5 new songs and 6 songs that would be found elsewhere, but still kind of more mismatched within the fair. So 8.75 the retail, 9 for like the mixtape edition. So I just look after within those fares. Some of these are the new ones are pretty nice. These are the ones I'm going to mainly talk about. So the Lil Wayne freestyle, which it doesn't designate it being called Lil Wayne freestyle, but there are a number of freestyles on here. One of which has Lil Wayne, one of which has Jeezy. The Jeezy freestyle is the Dead Wrong from the Biggie album. That was a posthumous kind of record, so that was off of like Born Again, but I'm not going to talk about that one because that's on Camp Band Snowman. But the Lil Wayne freestyle is like a hella distorted, kind of slogged as hell, kind of public head trip to kind of get within the aspects here to spend some money on this particular song. It's kind of casino type fair pitches like that, just some outing type moments just within the product of this. Kind of socializing like the out and arounds, going to like a shopping mall, still and stuff. It's just good for like some chatter within the product of being tore up. It's a real snappy type song, less than a minute and 10 seconds kind of within those pitches, but just kind of one of those type ones. Just appreciate like the socialize, like some good aspects, like just the out and arounds and like more indoor bound type places where you would be tripped out, but it's kind of within the product of this kind of amidst some public fun as far as this pitch happens. So just basically kind of socialize within those products, good fare. The song Talk Like a Hustler is a real nice one. It's like a nice secret kind of Lil Wayne tune to kind of get within these aspects. I'm not sure, like particularly I was looking around to figure out where this song originated from, if this was on like a dedication mixtape or something like that. It's not on any of the Carters, which was kind of those are the products that were out with Lil Wayne around this time, so I was kind of unsure as to where this song originated, but wasn't able to really find it anywhere else. There was like a mixtape that was kind of like a compilation of a bunch of southern artists that it was on, but other than that, I'm not sure. It's just kind of a loose Lil Wayne song, but it's like a sunlit kind of villa music to kind of get here within these aspects. Definitely a good, nice one to toke some and just kind of have like some neighborhood frolic as far as this pitch going to go. Big Spender is nice as well. Now, originally I thought this was by Judge Dredd, but it's actually by Michi, aka BLOA, as far as this pitch. I'm kind of interesting to do within those products, but yeah, this particular fair about it is kind of more, there's some low-key type folks on here, which is interesting within the pitch, kind of within the product. This is a more social type Jeezy product, which is kind of more in the trenches, just a little bit of gab, kind of throwing out some features like a mixtape type format, so it kind of feels like almost like a DJ hosted type one within those aspects. I would more or less, it seems like it's hosted by Jeezy, but then it doesn't really have like the hosting type products of it. It's just kind of like a compilation, Jeezy just throwing together like an all-star type record. But Big Spender is nice here. It's like a basic buzz tune to kind of get, just feeling razzled, I'd say, from like some Smoke Fair, good pitches like that, good nice one to gab it up to, some lobby type music pitches like that, sounds type fairs, have like some appetizers that like some sort of shindig or gig pitches like that within those ordeals, kind of thaw out a bit and stretch as far as those pitch counts. So just within the aspect, standard kind of white noise commotion pitches like that, just one of those type ones that just initial kind of dap and some of those type products that just the basic kind of initial embellish and some of those type fairs. So it's just kind of one. It's almost kind of a frustrated of a song within those pitches. Just some of those type products are just the initial type moments of just getting past like the initial thaw, just the noise, getting past the initial noise of warming up to the environment, pitches like that, just getting the gab and the small talk out of the way as far as those pitch counts, just within the ordeal, but just kind of it's good for like some lobby-wise kind of chatter and time waste as far as those pitch counts. Excellent type ordeal. Pussy Ass Niggas, the only Jeezy exclusive song on this product's real nice as well. It's like a typical kind of late day breeze, I'd say, within the aspects of it here. Just trap or die kind of left over, it feels like, within these pitches. Very surprising that Jeezy didn't have more of these type of songs on this product, because I definitely feel like around this time, especially with the product called Snowman, you would have thought within these pitches that Jeezy would have littered this product with like a few more of these. But considering the fact that he did drop Can't Ban the Snowman, which was a pretty large deal around that time, was kind of the pitch that maybe he didn't want to steal that product's thunder, but it's just kind of pitch, just kind of the after effect here of some of these type ones. It's just kind of a quick mailbox surf kind of one. It's kind of a relatively quick song as well. Like Pussy Ass Niggas is only like a minute 45 seconds pitches like that, but this is just kind of a mailbox surf type one. Just all you really doing for the day, something like that within a simple type tone, is just finding like a mailbox to pay off some bills, pitches like that, some type of ordeals. Good song that has some chips nearby, pitches like that, just bag ruffles or Lay's, pretzels, something within those relative type aspects. Just simple kind of car surf, some type aspects, just visiting a mailbox, something real light and pedantic as far as what's first going to happen. It's kind of within the tone about it. Yeah, so just typical kind of 4 o'clock, 4:30 p.m. kind of day dredge breeze as far as those pitch count within the aspects of it. Just, yeah, mailbox surf pitches like that. I say about Pussy Ass Niggas. Good Jeezy type banger within pitch like that. It's kind of an uncommon type one within those aspects within tone. It's nice exclusive for this product as far as these fairs going to happen. Slick Talk is nice on here. This is a Bun B song and Lil Doll, and there's like a third cat on here as well, who I'm not sure as to whom that is, but it's kind of the pitch as far as saying it's a good, nice flair. It's too bad that Jeezy wasn't on this song, because Jeezy and Bun B songs usually do pretty well within these pitches, but Slick Talk's like a quality kind of neighborhood breeze along, I say, within the aspects here, just getting some errands done pitches like that. Go for like a pot run, some of those type pitches within it, just kind of maps and drops within those products. To be a good, nice song to map some drops out as well within these pitches as well, with homies nearby within the aspects for those tones gaps. So just one of those type ones. It's the productive type one within the pitch, just kind of more, not so much like a full-bound grit and clockwork hustle. Not so much a full-bound grit and clockwork hustler type tune within those pitches, but just kind of miss the format of this task taken care of within the wrap of just like standard productiveness of the day as far as those pitch comes. So just to miss the fair, just busied enough but simple within those pitches as far as those formats comes. Excellent type fair just to get particular kind of day routine done pitches like that in like a more hustler's makeshift type sense. Good product. Warriors with Lil Flip is nice, and this is, like I was saying, this is not on the retail edition, but it's still a nice tune within these pitches here. It's like a nice thumping kind of vanilla crunk kind of factory Lil Flip hit to kind of get within these products. Just pour up to this particular song, definitely get to popping. I'd definitely say about this song, the song claps pretty well. So it's just the pitch, just kind of within the variety. Back in these particular days, there's still some leftover vibes like Lil Jon from 2004, 2006 in there within those pitches. Lil Flip was kind of within the in-between type territories. This was kind of a quieter type year for Lil Flip within these pitches. He was kind of quieter spell when he was working on I Need Mine pitches like that. That was going to come out in 2007. So it's kind of the pitch that within those products, crunk was somewhat minorly starting to wear off by this particular time. Was just a good extra type product gets for some of those type ones, like a vanilla kind of, it's more or less club banger for like this album as far as these pitch come. Now it's really kind of disappointing that this particular song, out of all the songs to slash on here, it's too bad that Lil Flip just didn't throw this song Jeezy's way within pitches like that, because some excellent type ordeals. Man, I don't think there was any bad blood, but it's just kind of pitch that this song should have remained on here. I think the original format, they probably would have made this mixtape a lot more vicious, I would have said, within the ordeals. Two things probably would have made this mixtape a lot more two things would have made this mixtape a lot more vicious. One is the fact that if it would have kept the songs that were on the mixtape edition from 2006, and the second thing would have been getting more Jeezy exclusives within these products as far as these products going to happen. So it's just the fair, like I was saying, out of all the new songs, the 6 new songs that are just pretty much exclusive to this product in terms of the reason why you'd be purchasing this if you haven't fucked with the other products is just really pussy ass niggas, the only true Jeezy song on here. But there are some other ones, like I do like the fact that Lil Flip, Bun B, some of these type folks, this Meechy dude, folks like that, a couple Lil Wayne songs, pitches like that are kind of on here within these pitches. So as the format, it's actually kind of back up within those products. They're just good company within products, but that's kind of the fair. I'm also going to talk about Grey Goose as well within these pitches because the factoid about it, back in 2020 when I reviewed Trap or Die, in those particular days I did not have like the same descriptions about it like I do nowadays within those pitches, so I did not get a chance to talk about Grey Goose within those formats. Now it is on Trap or Die, like I was saying, but I'm just going to talk about it now within the pitch because I'm not going to talk about it with as much full bound description, but it's this kind of format to have like something to say about within those tones because I didn't back in those days, and if I did, it was probably different. So Grey Goose, which also has All Star, which is Cash Money All Star Prince within those products, who was a Yo Gotti kind of disciple, pitches like that, or affiliate, and Yo Gotti's on that song. So Grey Goose, like a red hot kind of crunk, kind of club shift type song within the pitch behind it. Just classic Jeezy from like the mid 2000s in the Snowman type days, pitches like that. Great song to pop bottles to, obviously within those pitches. Just get right. This song definitely is a grand type one as far as those pitches kind of go. So this vintage out of mid 2000s, just kind of a lighter lit kind of song like Trap or Die or one of those type ones, bottom of the map, some of those type pitches from like, this feels like a offshoot or an off bleed of like Thug Motivation 101, some of those type pitches just with Yo Gotti and All Star along for the ride. Good type products, but excellent kind of club banger, kind of a buzz single more or less for like the fair. That pretty much was a buzz single off of Trap or Die, the mixtape, but also with them product just being further hits to bolster this, even though it's kind of repeat songs. So that's the pitch. So yeah, this mixtape, the 2006 version is definitely the better aspect within the tones. It's just unfortunate that a couple of good songs are kind of scrapped off here, Bang Bang and Warriors, some of those type ones. But yeah, the 2006 rendition of this mixtape gets a 9 out of 10 pitches like that. If you can purchase this particular product within that format, it's definitely to be able to say that the retro type version definitely exceeds it within those pitches. That gets a 9 out of 10. But like I was saying, this product is just minorly marred by the fact of just not having enough exclusives from Jeezy, and just over the product, it just doesn't have enough exclusives in general. It's has like relative type appeal, but it just has more kind of fluff about it that just is more jargon with the aspects that is just kind of needing some trimmings as far as this pitch can happen. If it had been Jeezy in like 2006 in general was a very hot ticket within those ordeals, he was definitely cresting. That was kind of like his victory lap year within the pitch as far as cresting off the fact of the hit appeal, Thug Motivation 101 within those pitches. But it's just kind of the format as far as saying that you would have thought that there would have been a few extra kind of songs within those pitches as far as like some loose type songs or just overall extra hit type bangers that could have been something that Jeezy recorded in like March, April 2006 on stuff. It's just to miss the product of what he was kind of working on. It's just very interesting type spell within those pitches. I doubt that's what made Can't Ban the Snowman from Winter 2006 so appealing. It's just the product that he followed up, like the furor and like the overall hype that Thug Motivation 101 had pretty quickly, and just bolstered it pretty well. It's a good expansion pack, but it was when I originally thought of this product, when I found it in the summer of 2025, I was thinking that it was going to be even further type product. It was just some secret extra type bangers even further. It was kind of the pitch. Didn't really capitalize on it as full bound. It's not a horrid type product. Like I said, it gets a 9 out of 10, but it's just kind of pitch as far as saying this is not. I was underneath the impression that this was going to easily get a 10 out of 10. That was kind of the pitch. I just thought it was going to be hand over fist, like home run, knock out of the park. But it's just kind of pitch as far as saying, so look after it. And that's the product about it. So in terms of the future within these products, as far as these pitches going to happen, I guess I haven't talked about the social score. That's actually kind of tricky. I would say the social score would probably wind up getting something around the variety of like particularly. I'd actually probably say like a 9 out of 10 as well. This within the pitch. I mean, I'd give it like it. The quality of the songs is on here. This is primary Jeezy from like the mid 2000s pitches like that. It's what you're looking for within those formats, but it's just kind of the fact that it's just kind of a misnomer just because it doesn't have that much Jeezy in terms of like the exclusives that are not to be found elsewhere, pitches like that. There's really only one new song from Jeezy that's not on anything else. These other type songs within these pitches, the format. I mean, I'm kind of being an enthusiast with the concept of giving the social score like a 9 out of 10 just because I'm kind of being an enthusiast with giving the social score of this product like a 9 out of 10 because it's just kind of the pitch as far as saying that just between the toughness to kind of track down this product, the slight of some songs on here, and the kind of pitch that some of these products are not as exclusive within the pitch. It's this kind of product as far the lack of Jeezy songs, lack of exclusives, the toughness to find the product, some of these type of ordeals. I mean, the quality is definitely on here within the pitch. The songs that are good are definitely good, but it's just kind of product as far as saying this is kind of more mixed bag type territory. I'm going to give it a 9 because the quality is definitely on here and it's prime Jeezy pitches like that. But it's just kind of ordeal as far as saying just know that there's only one new Jeezy song in terms of what's not to be found elsewhere. Some of these songs are a little bit trickier to find within the format of getting these songs that were slashed from the original type format, and it's just kind of pitch as far as saying it's just the product. The Lil Wayne songs are good pitches like that. These are nice for like some kind of neighborhood runs, pitches like that, getting some errands kind of taken care of within those pitches, just mailbox runs, pitches like that, some of these type of things that just standard day hustle pitch like that, a club bop from Lil Flip within the old mixtape type sense, and just kind of some head trips from Lil Wayne as far as those pitches. I have a few smoke type songs on here and some socialized, so it's kind of the fair. So it's a 9 within the product of it, but it's just kind of fair as far as saying that there's just not a ton of real product to go around within those pitches. So it just would kind of be the fair that the stuff that's on here is good, but it's just something extra to know within that going in. So it's kind of pitch, but it does have the socialized moments on here. In terms of the future, like Jeezy really recently dropped a mixtape as far as these fairs can happen. Within the product, he dropped like particularly Still Snow or something like that within those fairs with DJ Drama. So it's a good excellent type fair. It is a mixtape within those products as far as those pitches can happen. It's either September, October 2025 that happen. Excellent type products within those fairs. So it's just kind of the aspect. This is a blistering type product to get here within these fairs within a relative touch sense. I mean, it has some new treats on here. It's kind of more haphazard within the approach as to how it happened. Like I said, I felt like this should have been a clean 10 out of 10 within those pitches. Not like it's not a good product within these pitches. This kind of format is just a little bit shorter on like the quantity as far as like the viciousness of like the ordeal. But other than that, it's pretty heavy hitting.